This is a cardinal sin of EDM right here. This is what I hate about dance music. I know I'm gonna get some hate for this, but f them.
Were you the fucking DJ police? How's that working out for you? Don't remember seeing you on the fucking lineup.
Joel Zimmerman, aka Deadmau5, master of sound design, electronic music legend, pioneer, and unapologetic troll. And also one of the most controversial artists in electronic music. This dude has beefed with half the industry, built a reputation for his brutally honest takes, and somehow, someway, still managed to be one of the most respected producers of all time. So what is it about Deadmau5 that makes him so divisive? Let's dive in. First, for the two of you watching who don't know who Deadmau5 is, let's get you up to speed. Real name, Joel Zimmerman. Hailing from Niagara Falls, Canada, he makes music that either takes you to another dimension or makes you wonder if you left your stove on. He rose to popularity in the mid-2000s, becoming one of the biggest names in dance music, and has been a staple in the scene ever since, with iconic tracks including Ghost and Stuff, I Remember, and Strobe. He's known for his distinct sound, creating his own blend of progressive house, minimal techno, and atmospheric soundscapes. His use of both simple and complex melodies, coupled with pristine sound design, has made him a pioneer in dance music, influencing countless producers and helping push electronic music into new creative directions. Beyond his music, his influence on the industry is undeniable, not just through his sound, but also through mentoring and signing rising talent like Rezz, the late I.O., rest in peace, and even Skrillex to his label, Mousetrap. Alright, now that we're caught up, let's get to the good stuff. From what I can gather, there's two main reasons why people are so divided over this one man. First, Joel is, let's say, not exactly the most diplomatic person in the dance music scene. Like, I swear, I see more Deadmau5 haters on social media than any other artist. It's like people wake up and just choose to be mad at him daily. Whether it's his music, his attitude, or even just the fact that he exists, there's always some debate happening. And if there was one place he used to let his unfiltered thoughts fly, it would be X. Well, actually, Instagram too. No platform is safe. He's called out artists left and right, including Porter Robinson, the Chainsmokers, Afrojack, and even Kanye West. But we're not just talking about casual criticism. This is like full-on internet warfare. A few key beefs include Porter Robinson. In a post, Porter simply pointed out that he was going to play at one of his favorite sounding clubs one night, and after someone tagged Joel, it's almost like Joel took this personally, calling Porter a dickhead. What followed almost makes high school drama look mature. Kanye West. Joel called out Kanye for not being able to afford a copy of Serum, a digital synthesizer, after Kanye posted a picture of him using a pirated version of the software. Kanye fired back, comparing Joel to Minnie Mouse and even asking him to perform at his daughter's birthday party since she loves Minnie. Joel responded by telling him to perform at his own daughter's birthday, since he's a bigger f***ing clown than anyone else he knows. 3Lau. Now this one's a personal favorite. In January 2025, Deadmau5 absolutely bulldozed 3Lau in a way nobody else did after 3Lau performed at Donald Trump's inauguration after party. I'll just show you guys the comment. What made this particular call out different was that, for once, almost the entire dance music scene actually agreed with him. It's rare to see so many people back Deadmau5 when it comes to his unfiltered takes, but this time, their reaction was overwhelmingly in his favor. James Hype. Ultra 2025, where he not only trolled the crowd yet again by mixing Martin Garrix's Animals with Old MacDonald Had a Farm, just like he did at Ultra back in 2014.
If you know, you know.
But he also poked fun at James Hype at the end of his set.
That's my time. Thank you so much, Miami. Fuck, how do I James Hype my way out of this one? Hang on. It's real DJing. I'm just saying.
And And then there's the pre-recorded DJ set controversy. One of his most infamous takes came when he brought to light DJs playing pre-recorded sets at major festivals. He said that most major festivals like EDC basically require you to play a pre-recorded set due to tight production schedules.
Most major festivals, you have to play a pre-recorded set. Like EDC, I would be surprised if somebody actually played a set that wasn't pre-recorded, to be honest.
This one comment single-handedly sparked a massive debate in the dance music world, with some agreeing that DJing should be a live craft, while others pointed out that visual-heavy festival sets often require pre-programmed elements. To this day, people still bring the topic up. Love him or hate him, Joel definitely doesn't hold back on his takes. But here's the thing, many people, including myself, love him for this. I personally think it's hilarious, and that's just one thing that sets him apart from other artists. He's brutally honest, doesn't sugarcoat anything, and he's not afraid to call out what he sees as nonsense in the industry. Others think he's just bitter and arrogant. Either way, he's definitely not out here trying to make friends. But his controversies don't just come from his personality. His music is also surprisingly divisive. Unlike the majority of dance music, which mostly emphasizes the drop, Deadmau5's music is more about the journey. Well, kinda. It's hard to explain. Now don't get me wrong, I love catching a set from other artists like Cascade, Seven Lions, Charlotte DeWitt, Dimension, and many others. But there's something about Joel's music that just hits home for me and countless others. If there's a set time conflict at a festival, I'm personally gonna go see Joel every single time. His tracks have a distinct style that builds slowly, evolve over time, and rely on hypnotic melodies instead of in-your-face energy. If you're at a festival waiting for the bass to hit and instead get a 9-minute progressive house track that has an intro that many would consider painfully long, I get why you'd be confused. However, if you're into techno, then a set from his techno alias Test Pilot might be more your style. But I guess that's why some people call it elevator music or boring house. I mean, he said himself that the dance music scene isn't what he was shooting for, but it's where he ended up, so it's understandable why people are divided over his sound and style. But here's the thing, I think the people who love his music really get it. It's not about instant gratification, it's about getting lost in the sound. His tracks reward patience. If you don't feel it, you don't feel it, and that's okay, because music is meant to be subjective. But if you feel it, man, you feel it. For me, it clicked when I heard Fourware for the first time. Or Aware? Fourware? I'm just gonna call it Fourware. See, I had listened to Ghost and Stuff and a few of his other songs plenty of times, but Fourware was the first of his signature style tracks that really clicked with me. See, the thing is Ghost and Stuff follows a more mainstream familiar structure with some pop elements, which made it an easy hit. But tracks like Fourware and most of his other songs are different. They don't rely on a catchy vocal hook or a massive drop, but instead they pull you in with their atmosphere, their subtle progression, and their just sheer emotion. One prime example being the iconic Random album title, with signature tracks like Faxing Berlin and I Remember. Start to finish, the album isn't just background music, it's an experience. I mean, there's a reason it's my favorite album. Like, I swear, every time I listen to it, I get mentally transported to a different dimension. And then, there's Strobe. Probably his most iconic track. That song is the definition of a slow burn. The drop doesn't even hit until 6 minutes in, but when it does, it takes you off this planet. In my humble opinion, this is the best song ever made, and I'm not the only one who thinks that. There's a reason a subreddit dedicated to this song exists. You don't go to a Deadmau5 show for tense build-ups and massive drops. You go to experience a journey through his meticulously crafted sonic landscape, one that evolves, immerses, and pulls you in with every note. His live sets aren't just about hype, they're about storytelling through sound. I've been fortunate enough to have seen him a handful of times, with a few shows standing out among the rest. Number 1. K5 in LA. Two godfathers of dance music and their respective crowds came together for one night of immaculate vibes. The song selection, the flow, Everything was absolutely perfect. Even the power going out halfway through the show. Two, retrospective at Red Rocks. This is my first Red Rocks show and it was just legendary. Seeing his entire career and discography come full circle in one of the most iconic venues was just unforgettable. He played so many of his tracks that he doesn't normally play. And this is the first time I actually cried at a show. And yes, it was during the orchestral version of Strobe into the full 10-minute track. That was basically an out-of-body experience. And then there was this one other set I was recently at where I caught this golden classic Joel moment where someone was trying to get a shoulder ride and then Joel just stops mid-set and says this.
Also, seriously, I have no idea who the fuck Amy is, but thanks so much for the beer, I appreciate it. Sit down, you're not Amy. Get down, get down. Come on, you don't know. Hey, hey! I'm the main character. Get the fuck down. It's not safe.
You know, for all the drama and unfiltered opinions, Deadmau5's loyal fanbase isn't just about his music. It's about everything else that comes with him. Every year when he holds his Red Rocks shows, he also has a pop-up shop, doing meet and greets and taking the time to actually interact with his fans instead of just doing a quick photo and signing session.
Dude, Steve is gonna lose his fucking mind. Oh my god. Dude, he is gonna die. Dude.
He's a legendary troll, pulling stunts like playing an Old MacDonald Had a Farm remix at Ultra 2014 like I mentioned earlier. Or how about the time Grimes faced technical issues at Coachella 2024?
This is very hard to explain because it's a complex technology, but everything has been put to a double tempo, so I'm doing a lot of internal math in my mind to make the tracks go together, and I'm having to... It's hard to explain.
Just 1 month later at EDC Vegas, Joel playfully referenced the mishap during his set, proving once again that no one is safe from his sense of humor.
It's very hard to explain because it's a complex technology, but everything has been put to a double tempo, so I'm doing a lot of internal math in my mind to make the tracks go together, and I'm having to... It's hard to explain.
His genre experimentation keeps fans on their toes. He's made everything from techno under his test pilot alias to orchestral reworks of his biggest songs. The mouse head is one of the most recognizable symbols in electronic music. Dare I say, almost comparable to Daft Punk's helmets? Let me know if I'm going too far with that one. He spends millions on his cube stage setups to create a better experience for his concert goers. That cube is absolutely insane. He actively interacts with his fans in his Discord and his subreddit. He's a hardcore gamer and tech enthusiast, having showcased his absolutely insane studio and home in a collaboration with Linus Tech Tips.
I can get these little nuances of turning these analog dials and creating these sounds that subconsciously you probably know just aren't quite right, you know, which is neat.
While he no longer streams on Twitch due to reasons, he now shares exclusive behind-the-scenes content on his Patreon, including Mousetrap radio episodes, rare footage, and even a coffee run with Rezz, with plans to expand it even further in the future, including the Sacred Studio streams. And to top it all off, he's currently working on a game called Meowington Simulator in memory of his cat, who played a huge role in shaping his career. Rest in peace, Professor.
Dude.
Ow! Fucking dick.
What?
The cat, he just bit me.
Well, don't fuck with his shit right now, man. He's like...
Deadmau5 isn't just another artist. He's a visionary who's crafted a distinct sound, pushed boundaries in electronic music, and built one of the most dedicated fan bases in the scene. At the end of the day, love him or hate him, there's no denying that he's left an undeniable mark on the scene. His sound, his innovation, his attitude, everything about him is unapologetically him. And that's why his fans, myself included, appreciate him so much. Because beyond the feuds, the trolling, and the controversy, is an artist who has given us music that has shaped moments in our lives. Whether it's getting lost in his music or watching him goof around in the studio for hours on end, Deadmau5 has created something more than just music. He's built a connection with his fans that's rare in this industry. So yeah, he may not care what people think, but those of us who get it, we appreciate the hell out of him, and we wouldn't want him any other way. Some would say this man is controversial, but maybe he isn't controversial at all. Maybe he's just one of the few artists left who refuses to fake it, and in a world where authenticity is rare, that might just be the most controversial thing of all. What's your favorite Deadmau5 song? Let me know in the comments.